So recently I've been playing Ironsight. Now, if you didn't know, Ironsight is a free to play game that is like Call of Duty. I'm not sponsored by them. I know it sounds like it, but I'm not sponsored. Um, I'm just here to explain my thoughts and opinions on the game so we can help improve with what it has and what it can move forward with what it already has. Weapon variety. I love the weapons. They're all great. In real life, I know them. I can name most of them because most of them are actually real life guns. The rest are made up, which I'm not against. The a lot of games nowadays have made up guns, which I'm okay with. Why am I bringing up the guns? You may ask. And I would have to say that it really has to do with weapon variety. You would think that the more guns there are in the game, the more guns that would be used in the game, which for the most part that would be correct on paper. That would make sense. But that's actually the opposite of what happens in this game. What happens is people somehow find the best guns out of the many that are just thrown out at you. The variety, it feels like it's lowered in a way. That people play with only a certain amount of guns. With I think there are about like 5 to 10 only pretty good guns in Iron Sight, and the rest are actually pretty bad. I would say that um, just by judging by buying a random gun in Iron Sight, actually the Vector, um, that you can't just do that. I feel like you have to go online and find a good gun to use your money on. Like I literally looked up best guns in Iron Sight so I could actually do good. Using the guns you don't know as much about can actually be harmful to your gameplay, detrimental even, because you would think that you're bad um, by using a gun that you know just isn't good. Take for example again the Vector. I bought it. I thought the Vector was cool looking. The Vector is probably one of my favorite guns overall. I love the Vector. So when I found out it was in the game, I was like, yeah, totally, dude. I'm gonna get this. So I hopped in a game right away. I was like, hey, this is really cool. The biggest thing I noticed at first was didn't even shoot as fast as I expected, which is fine. They probably have like a fire cap or something like that. They don't want guns firing too fast, otherwise it could cause bugs or something like that. Um, but with the fire rate that wasn't even as high as it should have been, the recoil was atrocious. I couldn't even use the gun. It was just you couldn't aim down, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll just put a foregrip on this, and I'll see what happens with this. But there are no grips. You can't possibly reduce recoil unless if you have a compensator, and even then, you have to level up the gun until like level 12 or something like that, and that'll take so much time using the bad gun. And I just don't think it's fair to the people who don't know. To the people who just want to play the game for fun and not competitively. It's not fair to those people. This is just one thing that I found. Um, Another thing that isn't is the game's fault that they intended, but when I normally leave the screen to go back to my desktop, um, I go back and I aim down sights and it's actually completely off centered. Like it's just like in the corner of my screen and I can't aim and then I instantly die. I think that should be fixed. I'm not saying that it's their fault because they don't have a proper game with that. Um, yeah, I think that's completely fine with me. for now, as long as this goes away. Another thing is the snipers. Oof. You try using a sniper, it's probably one of the easiest things in the world if you have aim. It they are pretty much one-shot kill the entire torso. Below the waist, it's unusable. Or, well, not unusable. I mean, you just get a lot of damage onto them. They are almost dead, and you get one more shot, even in the foot, they're out. The snipers, the default sniper is insane. It's just overpowered, and you can just see people playing Window Wars or something like that in some random map, and that's all they do. They just snipe in the window, and you can get a lot of kills from that, which I'm not suggesting you do, because it's completely scummy, and it's not how... I don't think that's how they intended for you to play the game. It's just to constantly snipe in a window, getting easy kills just from helpless people using the vector that can't aim at them because they don't have the range. And normally what I would do is, if I don't have a good gun with range, I would just pull out my pistol, and that goes into my next point, which is the pistols are completely unreliable, unless if you actually spend money. I haven't really used other pistols other than the default ones, so I can't really entirely speak for this. But the pistols, oh my gosh, the handguns, from what I've seen, are just unusable. You can't use them. You have to empty the entire mag to get one kill, and then you reload, and then you empty the entire mag to get killed again. It's just not something that you should be swapping to if you run out of ammo, because it should be something to finish people off, you know. But in this case, it's not really that. I just think they're lacking. If they buff those, then that would be so much better. One other thing is the health regen time. Normally in games, it's like it takes about 5 seconds for you to regen your health. And then after those 5 seconds, you know, it goes back up pretty quickly. In Ironsight, it's completely different. I do like that they have a health bar when you are damaged, so you know what health you're at, and it can help you decide if you want to engage a gunfight or not. But when you're hurt and you're being rushed after 5 seconds, you shouldn't be scared to, you know, push them again, because after 5 seconds, I found myself not even half health after, that time that I've been regenerating my health. It's so slow. I would rather die and not waste my time than to go through all the waiting process of just regenerating my health. It's so long. Even in a fast-paced game, this game is supposed to be fast-paced, and with the regen time longer, like probably 5 times longer than it takes to get it down all the way, is unnecessary. And I just feel like it's not fitting in the rest of the game. It doesn't belong. The knife accuracy, the knives. Whew, it pisses me off every time when I'm point blank. I'm like, oh hey, I can get a knife. Newsflash, you can't unless if you have aimbot. The thing about knifing in this game is that you can't. It's next to impossible trying to knife people, and it's really hard. Just trying to even get close to them. But when you are close to them, that's another level of impossibility. You can't, like, you're trying to knife them and they step back or something like that, or they're out of your range, and you have to pull out your gun, and it's like 4 seconds. I'm not even joking you. It's 4 seconds. I could play a clip right now of when I tried to knife someone and I couldn't. So I'm not biased or anything. These are facts. It's ridiculous. And the knifing in this game is bad when you literally have a perk for it. I can bring a picture up right now of it, and it's it's funny how they know the knifing is bad. So they're like, hey, let's make this perk where it increases knife accuracy, which I don't know. I'm not going to use it, but I just find it stupid. One more thing, hackers. This is the last thing I mainly have to rant about. Unfortunately, these aren't the last things I have to talk about. I unfortunately have to talk about it more, or I have more to talk about. This is just, what came to my mind right now, because this isn't scripted. This is just what I remember that isn't so great. We need anti-cheat for Ironsight, and if they're not going to have anti-cheat, at least have a reporting and banning system, because these hackers, these people aren't even afraid to show it. Most cases I've been killed from a hacker is when someone was in front of me. I tried like by 10 meters. No way they could have heard me. And they just instantly turn around, headshot me, something like that. It's ridiculous. I can't, and this happens every game, at least every game once. And I can't really deal with it normally playing this game. If this is going to be a game I'm consistently playing, I can't get used to hackers, and this can't just be something I'm normally used to, because it shouldn't be. Just the fact that you're allowing hackers into your game and that people can't do anything about it is, I don't know. I just feel like that you shouldn't be able to do that while getting away with it. I can play some clips. I can play a clip right now of when there actually is a death cam, and these hackers aren't afraid to show it. And when they are afraid, you'd be surprised at how many people are actually hacking. And it's actually ridiculous. Like, I didn't even suspect these people to be hacking. I thought they were just good. And then when I saw a death cam like that, I don't know. It's remarkable how they can get away with this. I would advise them to use an anti-cheat, or at least a banning system, like a reporting. One good thing, not one, but here, I feel like I'm ranting on this game that I hate it. I don't. It's really fun to play when you don't think about these things. When you use a good gun that you know is good, you can just go off, and it's so fun. But here are some good things that are from this game, so you don't call me a salty prick or something like that I just hate everything. I don't. I'm pointing out what I dislike. So the streaks passing through death, I love that. It's like always having that perk in Call of Duty. I forget what it's called. In World War II, I think it's called requisitions. It's a great thing to have if you're not good at keeping up a streak. Normally, I can't even keep up like 3 kills in this game because it's so fast paced. It's just like bam, bam, bam. The thing, I love this because like it, even though it costs a little bit more than normal, it's definitely worth it. You get streaks every single game, almost all of them, and I find it to be really fun, actually, trying to just earn them, and earning them without even realizing that you are, which I like. I like that. Another great thing is the graphics. For a free-to-play game with graphics, it's insane. I really love it. Just to take in consideration that they're not even charging money for you to play the game, and graphics that good. It's really good. Yeah, it looks like almost a AAA title with graphics when they're bumped all the way up, but they can be really good. Yeah, one downside, other than all of the problems in the game itself, is that it's only on PC. I mean, it's not a problem for me because I'm a PC gamer, but it's pretty much just PC. So if you're on console and you're thinking about playing this, I'm really sorry that they don't support it. I wish I mentioned this earlier, to be honest, in the recording, but yeah, that's it. It is what it is. They're in beta right now, so when they get out of beta, they're probably going to transfer over to console as well. So just keep your eyes open for anything with Ironsight and console if you're willing to play. And that's pretty much it. I had many downsides and only 2 upsides. That's pretty much what I have for you guys today. It is just constructive criticism. I'm not saying this is a bad game by any means, so don't say I am. I do like this game. I do enjoy playing it. I just don't find it up to standards of its possible competitors. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you even more for sticking to the end. I really appreciate it. If you guys did enjoy, please don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps me out with knowing what content to make, because I'm kind of stuck in the middle of what to make. I don't really know. And also that comes in with leave some suggestions. I would appreciate it. I would appreciate so much if you suggest something other than Fortnite, because I don't want to play Fortnite, of course. So with that all said, see you guys later. Peace.